how you started and how you decided to want to join a political party at such a young age.
Well, I'm a politician by default, not by design. I was in school with Sanjay Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi. And from that time, I knew Mrs. Gandhi. And they used to come we were in a boarding school. They used to come on Sundays. And we used to go out and carry
As
back.
friends.
As friends.
Yes.
And we used to carry back hamburgers. So there was no intention of politics. My family was in business, which it no more is, but at that time.
What business was your family in?
We were in the electrical business.
Okay.
Then in 76, I joined the Youth Congress. In 77, Mrs. Gandhi lost and the Congress lost.
Yes.
And then there were various agitations across the country where we were put into jail.
Okay.
Sanjay Gandhi was leading the agitation.
Okay.
Then in 70,
And you supported him in those agitations?
Yes, everywhere I was there.
Okay.
And so that was a learning experience across the country. Then in 79, I was told by Sanjay that you contest elections.
Okay.
So I went back to my district, Chhindwara. We had got this land, compensatory land, because my family was from Pakistan.
Okay.
So we had got compensatory land in Madhya Pradesh, and that was in Chhindwara. Obviously, there were no schools and colleges, etc. there.
Right.
So I didn't study there. But I used to sometimes go and see what's happening. It was a God-forsaken place.
Okay.
With about 95% people being below the poverty line.
And you transformed that today?
Well, it was a challenge. So in 79 November, I filed my first nomination.
Okay.
As for a member of parliament. And I won that election.
Okay.
That was the 7th Lok Sabha.
Okay.
And the Lok Sabha was very different at that time. We had the likes of Babu Jagjeevan Ram, Bahuganaji, Biju Patnaik, compared to what it is today.
That's right.
And that's the unfortunate part. There was proper debates, you could speak and put your point across.
Unlike today.
Unlike today. Then it was not looking back. Then I contested the 84 elections. Then I contested again. So I became the longest serving member of parliament.
Wow. So when was this? When did your political journey, your parliamentarian journey start?
In the 7th Lok Sabha from January 1980.
1980.
And then I had to, because I became Chief Minister, I had to resign my seat in Parliament to become a MLA, become a member of the Legislative Assembly.
Yes.
Which I did. And my son contested the Lok Sabha election, which I had vacated, and he won.
Right.
So that ended my parliamentary career.
You can still go back.
I can still go back. Yeah, I can still go back. But then I think I've had enough. I want to be in the state now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to be in the
state. Well, everybody would love to be in the center. Why would you like to be in the state?
Because I've been in the center too long, starting from being Environment Minister, which was a big challenge. Because those days climate change was something which was in the abstract. And it was fighting the US.
Right.
Who I call the biggest polluters. And so it was making the developed countries' point of view across, which led to the climate change consciousness now.
Okay.
Which led to the Kyoto Protocol. And so that was a very good experience. And that was very enlightening. Then I became Commerce Minister. And the question was, how do you have investments into it? How do you attract investments?
Yes.
Investments cannot be demanded. They have to be attracted.
Yes.
And there were the likes, people were going to Thailand, Japanese companies.
Yes.
People were getting fed up of China. They were looking for alternative places. And I would do the hand-holding.
Yes.
Hand-holding to see that they come. So whether it was Cisco or whether it was Toyota, I did a lot of hand-holding for them.
Right.
And that's the story where India's investments.
But everybody today talks of startups. I think you laid the foundation for investments and then came step 2 for the startups.
See, startups became a fashion.
Yes.
And most of the startups today wind up dead.
It's so true, because I said the same thing the other day, that everybody is talking of startups, but nobody talks about how many startups are failing or struggling.
Absolutely, because startups, anybody who thinks of an idea says, no, I have a startup.
Yes.
And with some government funding, they do have a startup. So these are fads. See, in the end, investment is investment.
Yes, and business is business.
Business is business. It's
And
got to be
ROI,
backed.
yes.
It's got to be backed by sense. It's got to be backed by commercial sense.
Sustainability.
Sustainability. Otherwise, there's no commercial sense. What a startup
Yes.
will you do?
Not at all. Nobody would, yes.
Then as Commerce Minister, that was the challenge. But the biggest challenge I faced was in the WTO, where we were fighting the developed countries
Okay.
for subsidies. There's subsidies on food, and they were insisting that we open up our markets for them to be exporting food grains to India.
Right.
I said that I can compete with the farmers in your country, but I can't compete with your treasury. So as long as you have the duties, I will put countervailing duties.
Right.
And the WTO agreement, I was charged by the whole world that I didn't let it happen. I made it fail, which was a fact.
But that's good. That's in the interest of the
Because
country.
yes, in the end, India is 50% agricultural. Not 50% of the people are farmers, but they're agricultural dependent. Today, two-wheelers.
Yes.
The market is in rural areas.
Yes.
There was a time when two-wheelers were the fashion in cities.
Yes.
Now two-wheelers is the
Fashion.
biggest market in rural areas.
Yes, rural areas.
Yeah.